I wanted a snack in church, and my parents were like, well, you got to go to that class. Like, oh, man. Okay, Tom, you got a new knee, but we're going to keep you on your toes. So let's go back to the first part of the scripture. Yeah, right there. That little part in the brackets, whenever I have brackets, that's my way of just kind of summarizing some bigger chunk of the Bible. It's not the words that were written in there, but that's the whole paragraph that was going in before. And you might remember when Moses was leading people, not his people yet, but away from a cruel, psychopathic leader, and the Hebrews were just scared out of their minds. They had no idea where they were in the desert. They really had no idea where they were going. They had no idea how to get there or what it would be like. And they begged Moses, and they complained to God. They said, what are we supposed to do in this confusing situation? We don't even know what to eat. What are we supposed to do? We feel lost. My hope is a little empty. I'm confused. It's chaos. It's not like life was perfect. I mean, back in Egypt, it was pretty tough, but it's not like life was perfect. But we could hold on to something there, and now we just have chaos. And you might remember, if you've read these stories, heard these stories, God responds to that raw and real prayer with a kind of ceremonial bread, kind of a special bread that's never existed before. And he said, here, take this and eat it. Make it a daily ritual. Do this together so you know that you have some control in this world. You have enough control to handle this bread. And you know that there are good things in the world. Even when everything else is in flux, there are good things in the world. So bake it, eat it together, remind yourself every day, you are not alone, you have a future, you have a purpose, you matter to God's own self. Okay, so then outside, that's just the brackets. Outside the brackets, for our story today, this is way more than 1,000 years later, and the Jewish people now, they're in a different place, but they are again oppressed under a cruel and series of psychopathic leaders. And they are scared out of their mind. They have no idea where their country's going, or how to get anywhere safely, or what that could even look like together. And they beg Jesus and complain to the heavens, what are we supposed to do? We feel lost, empty of hope, confused. And it's not like life was just perfect before, but what can we possibly hold on to in this chaos? And so they say, how about, remember, God once sent us that special bread. Like, could you do that again? Could God send us that special bread again to prove that we have a future? Because we're not so sure that we're going to survive this. We're not so sure that we have a purpose left in this mess. We're not so sure that we matter in the world anymore. And to that very raw and very real feeling, Jesus said, I'm the bread. I am the bread. I'm here. I'm here to tell you those things. I've been anointed of sorts. That's like sent out on a mission. I've been sent out on a mission to help you to regain a sense of control amidst the mess. I've been sent out to give you a sense of joy amongst the pain and a sense of belonging amongst the separation. And we've said it a few times in this series, the reason why that I am is bolded is a couple different things. One, he's referring back to the story, even before the one we just mentioned, referring back to something in Hebrew where God says, I am that I am. If you were watching a movie and you saw something like this, it's called an Easter egg in a movie. This is Jesus' Easter egg to you leading up to Easter. But also, the other depth of this, we should underline it and bold it, is that when Jesus says this in Greek, he emphasizes it in a way that's only emphasized in 7 places in John, nowhere else in the Gospels. So he's emphasizing, I am the bread. And what that means is, the I am that I am, the ground of being itself, sacred breath at the heart of all things, is the bread that you seek. That thing, that essence of all life and joy. The ways that you see me living, he says, it'll fill you up even more than you could dream, more than you could imagine. So that's that story. Now, our story, still way more than 1,000 years later. We are ever more plagued by a confederacy of cruel and psychopathic leaders, and many of us are scared out of our minds. We have little idea where this is going. We don't know exactly how to get somewhere better. What could peace even look like in the future? And we wail to the skies. Some of us pray to God. Some of us just yell. Tearful eyes that ask each other, what are we supposed to do? Sometimes we feel lost. Sometimes we feel empty of hope. Sometimes we're confused. It's not like life was perfect just recently. We remember. We had problems right back then. But what can we possibly hold on to right now amidst all this chaos? Wouldn't it be great if God could send a sign, if God could send down a ceremonial bread, if God could send something to prove we have a future? Because some of us are not so sure that we're going to survive this. We're not so sure that we even understand what purpose can we have in this world now. We are not so sure that we even matter. And to that, Jesus says, for all time, for all people, for all places, I am that bread. I am the sign. The sacred breath at the heart of all things is on your side. It's right here. It pervades even your brokenness. And Jesus kind of says, I know it's hard to trust. Even if you say you believe in God, even if you do believe in God, you have for 40, 60, 80 years, you believe in God, whatever that means. It's still hard to trust that the Spirit of God is looking out for you day in and day out. But Jesus says, I am here, not for some sweet by and by, not for some religious idea that separates people. I am here to show you that all of this is going somewhere. This is all pointed towards something down the road. I am here to say that your pain matters now. I am here to confirm that you mean something in this great scheme of life. Which is an insane thing to say in their context. It might feel insane these days. It's especially crazy because, Tom, skip ahead a little bit there until the people are, go back to that last one. Oh, that one right there, yeah. It's especially crazy as they disagree. They murmur in disagreement. You've been in those crowds where someone says something and you're like, I don't know, talk to your neighbor. You think, that doesn't make much sense to me. The reason is not just because what he's saying is crazy. The reason is, they don't know the end of the story. This is just Jesus. He's not Jesus the Christ, Son of God. He's not any of those things yet. This is Jesus, the son of the poor carpenter who died a few years back. This is Jesus. His mom was that lady who, you remember that story? Oh, yeah, it's that family. He's the one with the brother who's really kind of a wimp, James. Yeah, that one, that family. What is he talking about, I am the bread? He's barely a fruitcake. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a guy. He grew up in our church. I watched him run around and steal communion bread. This kid was just a kid. Who is he to say something like this? But go ahead, one more forward, Tom. But Jesus doubles down. And to stop complaining about what I said. Stop the murmuring. Listen to the real truth here. Listen to the real truth. Don't get caught up in the negativity and the judgment. It is so easy to get caught up in the negativity and the judgment. And that is always a liar. But he says, this is the truth. Not only is this good news for you, not only is it good news for your soul or for your emotional support, this is not just Sunday morning good news. This is good news that God has presented for all the parts of you. It's good for your hope and your health, for your love and your laughing, for your peace and your party side, for your grace and your gratitude, your wisdom and your work. It is good news for all of you, not just some safe segment of your life. It's like yeast that goes through the whole bread. And more than that, Jesus says, this is more than good news for each one of you. It's more than good news for the people who know me already or do certain things. This is good news for everyone in a world of cruelty and grief and anxiety. Sacred breath is on your side, and it's right here, even when we're in the brokenness. And if you can take even some steps to trust that, if you can just take some steps to look into that, Jesus says, I promise it'll be better than you can even dream. It can be better than life after death. It might even be life within life, which is what many of us are seeking for first. If you can trust the sacred breath at the heart of all things, you can have life within life. You can live boundlessly in the here and the now. That's your invitation for all of us, for each of us, and may it be so.